Number 5. What is the quickest way I can get out of the rat race? By creating more passive income. So this is a very common question. I see this question quite a bit. One of the quickest ways of getting out of the rat race by creating more passive income is first understanding what passive income is. I cannot wait until the day that more people understand that just because you created a course or you did something online that is passive income, that is not necessarily passive income, okay? It's not necessarily passive income. If you want to use the time to create passive income, passive means you are spending very little time in that business activity. There are a bunch of rules, but a really good rule of thumb is you are spending less than 100 hours a year on that activity. That's a really good rule of thumb. There are more, but a good rule of thumb to get you started is that you spend less than 100 hours a year on that activity. If you have a business that you spend less than 100 hours a year on, then that could potentially be considered a passive income stream. The idea of passive income is that it makes money for you when you're not doing anything with it. You're not running that business. You're not operating that business. Someone else is doing it. At that point, you're just a passive investor, a silent partner. Someone else is doing all the work. So again, just because you create that course or you wrote that book, those are not automatically passive income streams. Now, in this online world that we're in, everyone thinks that's passive income, but it's really not. You still got to promote it. You still got to go on tour. You still got to do all these things. So that may not legitimately be a passive income stream. But a passive income stream could be, I bought into this business, or I created this business, and within the first 2 to 3 years, I hired someone to run it, and now, they just send me a report once a week on how the business is doing. Yeah, that's passive income at that point. So I just want us to understand, when we talk about passive income, we really want to make sure we're talking about it from the lens of the IRS, because that's where you create more tax advantages. Otherwise, it is considered ordinary income, earned income, and it is taxed accordingly as well.